I want to have a conversation about something Professor Vine Deloria Jr. stated in one of his books called Red Earth, White Lies, Native Americans and the Myth of Scientific Fact, published in 1995. I first read this book in the late 90s after listening to an interview with him on the Art Bell Show. Art Bell, in case you've never heard of him, was a late-night talk radio host on the AM dial who interviewed a wide variety of guests discussing fringe science and unusual subjects like futurism, the hollow earth, the Mayan calendar, theoretical physics, lost civilizations, paranormal activity, UFOs, Bigfoot, Eric von Daniken's Ancient Aliens and the Origin of Modern Religion Theory, and many, many more intriguing topics. I read a lot of titillating books too, like Forbidden Archaeology by Michael Cremo, Fingerprints of the Gods by Graham Hancock, Red Earth, White Lies by Vine Deloria Jr., and other fringe science books written by the guests featured on the Art Bell Show. For the purpose of this conversation, or per the title of this video, Woke, a reason aliens can't visit Earth, I want to talk about something Professor Vine Deloria Jr. stated in Red Earth, White Lies. Vine opened my eyes to a very important idea. It is the idea that there exists a white or Western bias in the established body of knowledge taught in colleges, universities, and public institutions. Vine was a professor of history and religion. He questioned white archaeology and its reconstruction of history for the Native American civilizations. One of the historical threads he questioned, and I was taught this in college when I took an anthropology class or two, was the teaching that the American continent was populated by people, brown people who crossed over the Bering Straits in a glacial minimum, and he questioned the teaching that these people crossed over from Asia on foot, hunted all the megafauna that once existed in the Americas into extinction. Many indigenous peoples have a different memory on how they came to this land, how they came to be in this land. Some of them came on boats. Graham Hancock in Fingerprints of the Gods discusses this idea as well. Others say they were born out of the land, that they crawled out of the ground like Adam and Eve and Eden did. The main takeaway is this, that they remember they originated here, in contrast to what white science says the story is. In this book, Vine states that unless a white person or a person versed in white person establishment scientific dogma discovers something, it is not true. An example Vine Deloria gave was the voyage of Kon-Tiki. Western science believed that it was impossible for a brown person to have sailed across the Pacific Ocean to populate South America until 1947, when the Norwegian explorer, a white man, Thor Heyerdahl, traveled to Chile on a raft from the Polynesian islands. Thor Heyerdahl was a white person, and he proved that it could be done. Thus he proved that a brown person could travel on a raft, that he could navigate on ocean currents from the Polynesian islands to Easter Island and to the mainland of South America and beyond. This idea that Vine Deloria proposed in his book Red Earth, White Lies opened my eyes to a new reality. Scientific knowledge, especially when it enters into the public sphere, is biased. It has an establishment bias, a consensus bias, a white person bias. Of course, the body of knowledge and the bias does change over time when the story can no longer explain the data collected, or the older generation passes away. but I digress. The idea that I mined out of red earth white lies is this: that the established order of humanity, the established body of human knowledge, and I don't know exactly how to word this, will not be able to accept that we have been visited and studied by otherworldly intelligences until we ourselves can develop the science and technology to travel without moving to another star system, world, galaxy, universe, or realm. What I'm trying to say is this: that because humanity cannot figure out how to do something, it can't be done. Earth is the center of the universe. All the planets and all the galaxies and all the universes revolve around Earth. Nothing has changed in a millennium. The reason the Earth hasn't been visited by aliens or otherworldly civilizations is because human science cannot conceive of a fast, efficient, interstellar, intergalactic, or inter-universe travel into existence. At this moment in time, we cannot do it. The scientific establishment says it is improbable, maybe even impossible. The idea of it is even absurd when sized up to Newtonian and Einsteinian physics. Therefore, no one can do it, not even a civilization a billion years in advance of our own can do it. We can't do it, therefore they can't do it. Nobody can do it. So what do you think about this idea? Is there a human intelligence establishment bias for the reason an alien or otherworldly civilization couldn't possibly have ever visited our world? If you have any thoughts on this subject, please email the show. The address is the999show@gmail.com. It's listed under the About tab. You can go there and copy and paste it into your email thingamajig. And I'd love to hear from you. And if possible, incorporate your ideas into the next episode delving into this subject. Now, if you made it this far, and if you like what you've heard, please like, comment, feed the algorithm, and subscribe to my channel. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers before August of 2023. And if you like this particular episode, then perhaps you would also like episode 3. Are Christians wrong about God? Speculations on the Trinity, Kabir, Gospel of Thomas. Click in the upper right hand corner for a direct link to it. And if you want something more fun or esoteric, click on the Paranormal Encounters playlist link too. Now on 12/31, that's New Year's Eve of this year at 12:31 p.m., I will be releasing the bonus episode where I will read viewer 2023 predictions. Then sometime in December of 2023, I will review those predictions. It should be fun. Kind of like opening up a YouTube time capsule. So this is it for this episode. So I want to wish you a good day, a good night, good morning. Wherever you may be, may Gaia, the source, the universe, the all, bless you and keep you safe. Till the next time, this is W.J. Lindbergh signing off.